Hey, what is happening, everybody? It is Dirty and
DZAN. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the episode 29, Wednesday, December 8th. But for you, Friday, December 10th. Man, do we have a fucking good week coming up.
Crazy.
UFC 269, ladies and gentlemen, is this weekend. We will be giving you our picks. What the fuck, Dirty?
Your wife is in me DMs.
Yes, I love it. Oh my God, yes. Okay,
so
plug-in,
I have not heard back from Mojahid, by the way, everybody, but he did post another video just today, which is Wednesday, but you'll see this Friday. But anyway, he posted a video of a new Conor McGregor song.
Oh, it was so good.
It's great.
It was so good. Top of the charts. Top of the charts. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy our content, like this video, subscribe. Please. If you are new, and we would love to hear your comments on all of the shit we talk about. Before we jump into the NFL, Dirty, do you mind if I talk about hockey for a second? Is that okay with you if I talk about the NHL? It's one of my, I just want to, is it okay? Okay, great. So I don't know if you know this, Dirty, but the
wait. Stop the show. Stop the show.
No. What?
Yeah, stop the show. You guys.
How am I not allowed to talk about the
real.
NHL?
This is legit. I had no idea he was going to say this.
Yeah, I have a passion, and I just would like to talk about.
All right, well, let's go,
so,
man.
One of my favorite teams, the Red Wings, they went up against the Seattle Kraken, and although it was a really tough, rough go, they pulled out a win. And when they returned to their locker room, they had a special gift from none other than Eminem, meals for every player from his restaurant in Detroit, Mom's Spaghetti. And it was really nice to see the players on Instagram giving him a shout out. So that's why I wanted to talk about that. As you know, I'm a huge Red Wings fan.
So hang on a second. Back it up.
Sure.
Beep, beep, beep. So
I knew, ladies and gentlemen, I knew this was just going to throw Dirty through a motherfucking loop. I can't believe I just did that. When I started out with a music topic right out the gate, and I wrapped it up as if it was NHL, I knew I was going to throw him for a loop, and I had to start it out with that. I had to. I do it for the people.
He's working for you guys.
He's
working for you.
I didn't think that you knew about that.
I did not know that. But what? What did he give him?
So he has a restaurant in Detroit called Mom's Spaghetti, right? And when they won, they went back to the locker room. I mean, whether they win or lost, when they got back to their locker room,
they won.
They had food, meals for every player, like at their lockers, like boom, provided by this restaurant. And like they were blasting, and they
let me tell you something, just so you guys know, if you don't know, hockey players, I don't know one that doesn't absolutely love pasta because of the energy it gives you.
Right.
They all eat pasta.
Carbo load.
Yes.
Carbo load. Yep. Yeah. And they were they posted on social media them thanking him while blasting "Welcome to Detroit" in the background. So it was really dope. It was really dope to see that. So
I gotta say, every time you go to a Red Wing game, they're playing Eminem all night long. Like I'd say probably every 10 song is an Eminem song.
Right.
Really cool. Kid Rock and Eminem.
Yeah, Kid Rock, obviously. Yep. All right, so let's talk about the NFL.
And the band from that rock band from Frankenmuth, Greta Van Fleet. Yeah.
Oh,
Frankenmuth is
Greta Van Fleet. Duh.
Actually, they're very
Avo.
big band. Yeah.
I would like to personally talk about the Dallas Cowboys going over to New Orleans and absolutely taking those cookies and bringing them back to Texas.
Did you see Jerry?
It was beautiful.
Walking around Bourbon Street.
Oh, no, I did not see that.
Yes, he was walking up and down Bourbon Street.
What the? Why is he?
Jerry Jones with one dude with him.
What the fuck?
Walking down Bourbon Street right before the game. Oh, wait. I think it was after the game. I think it was after the game. Yeah. There's video and everything. It's a wild scene because it was packed. I just assumed that New Orleans was, I wouldn't say a ghost town, but I didn't think it near as busy.
Right.
Mardi Gras time.
Right, exactly. But of course,
there were people all
popping
over the streets, man. It was wild. I got to get
we
there, man.
We had a Denver and Kansas City. We thought it was going to be a really, competitive game. Turned out Kansas City pretty much dominated them. They shut them down pretty easily.
Teddy Two Gloves has got a. He's just not a starting NFL quarterback. That's just a reality. The defense, Von Miller is gone now. It's just not the same defense without him. And they had it looked to me like they were just having a rough week to begin with. So I got to say, I was more unimpressed with Denver than I was impressed by Kansas City.
We had a couple teams that eked out wins. Washington over the Raiders.
Washington, I don't know. They're one of those teams. I got a feeling over the next 5 weeks, nobody's going to want to play. They got one of those
I hope not.
They got one of those defenses that they can just muck it up on you and make it difficult.
Yeah, I hope you're wrong as fuck. And then we have your guys eking out a win against Baltimore.
Well, you're going to eke out a win against Baltimore, number one. Nobody's going to dominate that team.
Dirty, I'm trying to give you something.
Yeah. Well, no, that's what I'm doing is I'm taking it up a level because I don't think anybody's going to, walk away. Plus, I don't know if you're aware, Pittsburgh is 6-0 when in games where they are less than a touchdown difference, winning or losing. So if they're losing by less than a touchdown, they're 6-0.
Wow.
Going into the fourth quarter. So that's an
interesting ass statistic. Yeah.
It's a very interesting statistic. So TJ Watt, come on, 8th player of the year. There's no question about that. He not only is he leading the league in sacks, a lot of people forget the fact that he's missed 3 games. He's leading the league in sacks, missing 3 games. That's remarkable.
When you're that dominant, that's pretty fucking nuts that you can be on the side and still be number one
for 3 games
for 3 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, that's when you're talking about a 17 game schedule. 3 games is 15% of your schedule, 20% of your schedule, man. Come on.
Fuck?
So yeah, it's pretty wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah.
We have week 14 coming up. We'll see what happens in week 14.
Steelers are on tomorrow night. They play in Minnesota.
How do you feel about that?
It's going to be interesting. We'll find out a lot about the Steelers right now because this is what they do every year. It's like this. It's so muddy, and then all of a sudden at the end, somehow they eke it out the proper wins and climb into the playoffs. I don't know, but I got to say, if they do make the playoffs, considering all of the people out there that buried that team and had them 4-13 and 3-14 and all of that, all of those people, you got to give Mike Tomlin Coach of the Year. You have to. I don't know who else you could give it to that's done more with less other than Belichick, but Belichick's won it so many times that I don't think that they're too apt to do that. So if they make the playoffs, I don't know how you don't give it to Tom.
Right. All right. Time to switch it on over to the UFC Vegas 44 wrap up. How about Clay Guida? Clay Guida snapping that submission in the second round against Santos? Man, this is why we all love Clay Guida. This is why we fucking
love Clay Guida so much.
Guida.
He is so entertaining, and UFC is so fortunate to have him. Number one. Number two, How long has that guy been
He's
around?
been around for so
Wasn't he
long.
in the WEC?
I think
sure
so.
he
Yes,
was.
he was. Yes,
Yeah.
he was. Yep.
Oh my God, man, come on.
Fucking insane, man. This dude, and he's still going, man. He's still
going.
chasing Nate. He wants Nate again. You know what I mean? He's chasing that. He's all the UFC
something
ain't giving me that.
Hamzat.
Yeah, man, he doesn't care. He wants anybody, but they all say a lot of people have been saying Hamza, according to Dana White.
That's true.
According to Dana White,
out loud,
everybody's saying Hamza, and then they actually bring them a contract, and
Right.
they don't want Hamza.
Right.
He just straight up called everybody out. He threw them all under the bus.
Mhm.
He said, "Yeah, it's funny." He's all, "Do you know why we don't have a fight for him yet? These guys all say I'll fight Hamza, but when it comes down to it, they don't want to fight him."
And as much as I love Nate Diaz, I disagree with him. You can't
about him saying he doesn't deserve it and he's a rookie.
I mean,
according to your record, Nate, he does deserve it, bro. He kind of does. I'm sorry.
The fact of this that Nate Diaz has been in fights he probably shouldn't have been in.
Definitely didn't deserve. Right.
So,
yeah.
I don't know who, and I love Nate. But come on, you gotta, I gotta keep it real here.
Yeah. Yep. And then how about our boy Jamal Hill with that massive knockout over Jimmy Crute in the first round? Beautiful knockout in the first round. I want to apologize to the 18 people that follow us on Instagram. I was having, as you guys know, I've been dealing with major Wi-Fi issues the past week and a half, and it was down for me the entire fight. So the only thing that got posted was the Jamal Hill knockout and not the beautiful war that we saw between Jose Aldo and Rob Font. So apologize for that, but that will not happen this weekend for 269. I guarantee motherfucking it. How about Jose Aldo versus Rob Fonto? What a great fucking fight. Jose, you just cannot doubt this man. You just can't fucking doubt this man.
And it just goes to show you how remarkable what Conor McGregor did to him is. Mm-hmm. Nobody can do that to Jose Aldo. Mm-mm. And he just murked him. And that wasn't an accident. I mean, we know.
Calculated.
We saw the thing before the fight, So, but with all that said, we do enough jock writing for Conor here on as it is. But the fact is that Jose Aldo is a legend, a guaranteed first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And there's nobody in the UFC that I have more respect for than Jose Aldo.
And I'm pretty sure he's still like 34, 35.
Yeah,
that's what's so fucking amazing.
Another WEC guy.
Yeah, it's so amazing that he's been doing this for so long. He's so accomplished and he's still young. That's like Holloway. You know what I mean? Holloway still being so young, so accomplished.
Years.
Yeah.
10 years. He went without a loss.
Yeah.
And think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Who can say that?
Not
too many.
Yep, not too many. All right.
John can say that. 10 years is a long time.
Mighty Mouse. Yeah. Mighty Mouse. Maybe.
I don't think Mighty Mouse was around 10 years.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, he was around 5 or 6 years.
Oh, Daniel Cormier.
But
before he ran into Jones. He was undefeated until he ran into Jones.
But that's what I'm saying.
That wasn't 10 years. Yeah, you're right.
And that's insane.
Leon Edwards? No, it hasn't been 10 years since he lost to Usman. It's been like 4.
And not only that, I don't even think he's been in the UFC 10 years. So
yeah. Damn. No, you're right. That's pretty crazy.
That's a crazy stat, man.
That is a pretty crazy stat. We have a couple fight. One is a big rumor. I mean, as you guys know or may not know, Kevin Holland announced that he's going to be dipping down to 170 as his new weight class instead of 185. As we all know, he's been having some trouble. At first, he was knocking motherfuckers out, and then he had some serious trouble with the wrestlers. He's been getting a lot of wrestling help, and now he's decided to go down to 170. And since that announcement, there's been rumblings and rumors that his next opponent will be Nick Diaz.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see about that. The one that is slated and set is Jan Blachowicz versus Alexander Rakic, set for March 26th. This is eyed to be a number one contenders fight, of course, with Glover being the new champion. We don't know who Glover's going to fight. Obviously, in my head, it's Yuri Prohaska, but we will see about that one. Next, Dirty.
Yes.
Kevin Lee. As you know, he was let go from the UFC. He was denied by Bellator, but he might be picked up by Khabib's Eagle promotion. Yeah. So, yeah. So I don't know if you know this. Khabib has his own fight promotion in Dagestan, or right, and it's called Eagle Promotion. And yeah, he has his own fight promotion.
That is such a bad fit. And Detroit in Russia, no. So it's not going to work, man.
They asked Scott Croker, and he's like, "We're pretty full." Like the most general, like, I pass answers that you could give. You know what? We're all full. We're all full up here. You know, we're pretty happy with our roster currently. Yeah. So that was extremely dismissive. That was a big no. But then Eagle Promotions tweeted, you know, we'd be happy to welcome Kevin Lee into the promotion. As you guys may know or not know, Kevin Lee has been caught numerous times saying that he has Khabib's number and he knows the many holes that Khabib has.
Yeah, it is quite comical.
And now he's going to be employed by Khabib.
Hey, hang on 1 second, guys. Okay.
Is that mine? It was my dogs. It was my dogs.
Of course. You're just saying hi.
What? Hey, go on. All right, I shut that fucker up. Just kidding. All right.
Permanently.
So
I saw the whole thing.
He won't be bothering us anymore.
I told him, I said, shut that fucking dog up or I'm coming over there.
Back on track. Habib's Eagle Promotion.
To use a machete, dude.
Is actually, I did. I know. And I shouldn't have showed you. I shouldn't have showed you. Yeah. I wish I would have seen that. Habib's Eagle Promotion is making its American debut January 28th. And one of your favorite fighters is coming out of retirement for that promotion.
Carlos?
Rashad Evans.
Oh, nice.
He's making his light heavyweight entrance. There's no opponent. Yeah. Well, not like, introduction, but he's coming in at light heavyweight. And no opponent yet listed, but January 28th. I hear Bigfoot Silva is also going to be like the main fight on that card. Yeah. So there we go. All right, here we are.
I wonder how Dana feels about all this.
I think Dana went to one of his shows in Russia.
Sure he did.
So I don't know. There we go. Real quick before I really want to talk about Sean O'Malley before we get into UFC 269.
Why?
Well, we need to talk about a few things with Sean O'Malley. But before we get into that, Felicia Spencer, ladies and gentlemen, has retired. She was an amazing warrior, made a great decision to protect her mental health. Wish her all the best, Felicia Spencer. So yeah, I wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, you know, and I'm glad you did, because there's a football player, and I can't remember who it was. I think he plays for Minnesota. But somebody came out this past week and said that he didn't want to come back to football until he was right. Right. You know, it started heading me down this path, you know. It's just, I'm so thankful that people are talking openly about it. I remember having a conversation, as you guys know, I've talked about this several times now, but, you know, I've struggled and I still continue to struggle with mental health. And one of the things that, you know, you have to deal with, is as a man and as a 6'3", 230-pound man, there are certain things that it's just not cool to do, you know, and kind of look at it as, you know, some sort of way of demeaning yourself or allowing yourself to be vulnerable enough to talk about it. And it is a very difficult thing. And I still struggle with it. I was literally just talking to my wife a few hours ago on the phone. She's out of town right now. And I was talking to her on the phone about the fact that I've been struggling mentally mainly because of some physical things. But nevertheless, it is a struggle. And I actually said to her at one point, I can't believe that I'm talking about this. This is, a little on the effeminate side is the way I put it. And she stopped me and she said, you can't say that. And she's right. It's just how I guess I kind of view it. And
right, how you perceive. Yeah.
And it's not weak. It's not soft. It's not effeminate. It's none of those things. It's a real problem.
Yeah.
And I'm part of the problem because even though I have it myself, I look at that as weak.
Right.
So it's something I have to fix. And that's why I'm so thankful when people like the guy from Minnesota, Felicia, when they come forward and talk about these things, because it does make you feel a little more comfortable. It does make you feel like you're maybe not the only person in the world dealing with this, when at times it does feel that way.
Exactly. So that's why it's always good to hear, somebody else talk about it. All right. So Jeff Neal versus, I think it's Ponzinibio. I think he's fighting Ponzinibio this Saturday. On Thanksgiving, Neal was arrested for driving while intoxicated and unlawfully carrying a weapon. Just so you guys know, the weapon was registered to him, and the only reason why it was an unlawful carry was because he broke the law while carrying the weapon, which was driving while intoxicated. So they're thinking that it's going to be dropped. They say that he wasn't over the legal limit. They got his blood test, so they're sending that out. No tests have been reported back yet. But Neal's lawyer says, everything is going to be fine. The fight is still on this Saturday, so there's that. But now I want to talk about Sean O'Malley. Kevin Lee was on the MMA.
The unranked bantamweight champion.
Exactly. So Kevin Lee was talking about Ariel, and he was talking about his thoughts on taking the Sean O'Malley route, and wished that he would have taken that kind of route instead of the one that the UFC gave him, because Sean O'Malley gets to pick these, amazing unranked fighters to give him the best chance of skipping ahead by having a name already. Because he's saying it's smart because they know that they're going to tune in to watch him no matter who he's fighting. So why waste his time on fighting somebody who's actually going to kick his ass?
Right.
And then we have something really, real right here in our face. And the reason why Sean O'Malley calls himself the unranked champ is Sean O'Malley is unranked. He's fighting Paiva, who was 15 and as of a few days ago is not ranked anymore for some odd reason. And they're opening up the main card. But you have Dominic Cruz, who's ranked number 10, Pedro Munoz, who's ranked number 8.
Wait a minute. A legend and already first ballot Hall of Famer.
And they're on the prelims.
Under some bullshit fighter.
So your thoughts?
I said it. This is bullshit, man. This is bullshit. Dan Ige, Tai Tuivasa. I'd rather see Tai Tuivasa on the main card than Sean O'Malley.
Right.
But for the love of God, man, why Dominic Cruz isn't on that card? This card is not that thick.
I mean, they could have easily, no disrespect to Jeff Neal and Ponzinibio, but give us a trade with Cruz and Munoz.
That fight should be on the prelims, and we all know it.
Yeah.
And truth be told, if it weren't for Cody, Kai Kara France wouldn't be on there. So
right. Yeah.
Same
absolutely.
thing with Paiva, and
he wouldn't be on that main card.
You got
ever.
Yeah, you got Danny Gay and Josh Emmett as
the no
headline
shit.
of
Ryan
the
Hall's fighting on the early prelims. Like, come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is it's kind of ridiculous. Yeah. And that brings us
Eric
in.
Anders is on the early prelims.
Yeah. Oh my God, Eric Anders. I cannot fucking wait. I cannot.
Ryan Hall.
That's what I said. Ryan Hall on the early prelims, bro. What the fuck are they doing? Yeah, what the fuck are they doing? He's one of my favorite fighters. I love Ryan Hall.
I love Ryan Hall. He's got Tourette's. A lot of people. That's why he blinks like that.
Right.
Apparently, he doesn't do the cussing thing, but
no. Yeah. He has a different form of it. It's like the tick, right? This brings us to UFC 269 picks. So here we go. You like that? Was that good?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. I thought that would get you hyped, but
pick this shit.
It didn't do shit. The first fight opening up the main card, we have the undefeated, unranked champion, Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Raulian Paiva. Oh, we lost him. Dirty. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Oh, we're still talking about Sean O'Malley?
Right. Yeah. What's your pick, Dirty?
Sean O'Malley, first round knockout.
Ah, me too.
That's why he's fighting him.
True that.
Cody Garbrandt, first round knockout. Now let's go second round.
Okay. That's a better pick. Kai Car France is going to be a beast, and Cody will be very drained, dipping down into 125. So it's going to be a lot harder than I think a lot of people think for Cody Garbrandt. But I will still say Cody Garbrandt, and I think the same as you, second round knockout. Jeff Neal versus Ponzinibio. After the arrest, I'm going Ponzinibio. I don't think Jeff Neal's in the right state of mind at all.
You know what? I stopped doing that. I used to do that. And when I started putting money down, and I realized that there's not a lot to that stuff.
Right.
But Ponzinibio, ever since the first fight, which was the first fight that I saw him fight, which was the fight before he fought the guy we like from Battle Creek, Michigan. Shit. Come on, man. He ain't right.
Help you. I cannot help you. This is why we need a third person to be
Platinum Mike Perry.
Googling shit. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Since he fought Mike Perry, and I have always been very impressed with his fighting style. He's got such a great blend of BJJ and striking.
Yeah.
His kickboxing is very on point. It's not perfect, but it's very on point. He's a tough out for anybody because he's a big dude too. So I'm gonna go Ponzinibio. I'm gonna go third round.
I like that you're picking like how it's gonna happen on all of them. I'm good with this.
Well, because these first two anybody can pick those
right.
Because they're setup fights. But this one here is a legit fight, and so I'm gonna go Ponzinibio, and I think I see him taking him out in the second round probably.
All right, but, I see Ponzinibio winning by decision, unanimous decision.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That could happen very easily.
All right, and then we have the GOAT, Amanda Nunes, the Lioness, going up against a beast in Juliana Pena. But what is a beast to a motherfucking goblin?
Right. And I love Juliana Pena, and I hate that I have to say the things I'm about to say because I love Juliana Pena and she's hot. But it's Amanda, man. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing here? Why is she still fighting? And nobody's going to beat her, and I'm not knocking Amanda. I don't blame her. It's just the question is a legit question.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go. I think she's going to toy with her a little bit. And the fact that she hasn't been fighting as much as she normally does.
Right.
I'm assuming this is a 5-rounder, right?
Yes. Yeah. 5-round. It's a title fight. Yeah.
Oh, title fight.
Yeah.
So let's go third. Let's go third round knockout.
All right. I think that she might submit her in the first round. Amanda Nunes loves to play their game. Same thing. We see it in all the greats. John Jones would do the same thing. They like to show you that they can beat you. Exactly. Yeah. That they can beat you at your game. She's done it countless times. Holly Holm, Megan Anderson. I think she'll do the same thing to Juliana Pena. I think she might get a nice rear naked choke in the first round. I think that's just what I see. So we'll see submission first round. And you say what? Third round knockout?
Third round.
All right. And then we go on to how John Anik would say, to whom this card was built around. We have Dustin the Diamond Poirier versus Charles Oliveira. Dirty. What is your pick and what is your thoughts on this card or on this fight?
My thoughts are this. I would love to see Charles Oliveira submit him, but I'm going to go third round. Boy, I think I got all these fights ending early, but I just can't help it. I've got Dustin. I can't decide between second, third round knockout.
Me too. I got Dustin as knockout, but I can't see it in the third or the second. It might be in second, but Charles is also, the way he survived the Chandler fucking, he almost got his ass fucking knocked out in the he's saved by the bell.
The thing is that Michael Chandler can really strike.
He's powerful. He's so powerful.
But there's like this 1 to 2% difference between him and Dustin.
Yeah.
And
no, you're right.
That might be the difference.
I'm gonna go second round knockout for the Diamond.
Okay. All right. Then I'll take the third then.
Okay. All right. I got second round knockout for the Diamond. Dirty has third round knockout. Either way, it's going to be a great fucking card, a great main event card to end out pay-per-view to end out the year.
I think the prelim might be just as good.
Oh, no shit. And the early prelims too. And the early this is going to be, when you
this is one of those fights where if you got tickets to go, that's when you actually get
go
there
early.
6.
Yeah, no shit. It's one of those cards that is absolutely stacked. It's just a little out of order. That's how I see it. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
All right, Dirty. Do you have anything else for UFC MMA before we move on to the music?
Let's do it.
All right. I know you guys really enjoyed just seeing my face last week, but I enjoy bouncing these things off of my brother here. So here we go. One thing I wanted to give us an update on is Token's album. As I let you guys know, it was supposed to come out in October, and he's had a lot of sampling clearance issues. But we got a final date, January 14th.
His pain.
Jesus. This is insane.
So you guys, just as a little backdrop here, we haven't talked about this in a long time, so I don't hesitate to bring it up. DZAN and I did a song together. It was called Ode to Tupac Shakur. Check it out. It's on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. Matter of fact, we put a video on YouTube. But I used a very, very small portion of Tupac Shakur's prison interview. This is an interview by a media member that a publishing company bought. And this is what's happening. And this is an unfortunate part of all of this, is that these publishing companies, UMG and all of these companies, they're buying these things up. They're buying copyright on them. And now they own them. So anytime anybody uses it on YouTube, it's bullshit, and YouTube needs to do something to push back on this, because what's going to end up happening is you're going to find another platform somewhere where somebody's going to play ball. That's what's going to happen. I think that's originally what Vimeo was supposed to have been for.
Right.
They went in a different direction. But I think if somebody ends up doing that, it's going to create a lot of problems for YouTube, because YouTube has not been instrumental at all. And they said they were, and I did some digging, and there's some bullshit behind their words.
They have a lot of broken promises on that platform, on the platform that we are currently on. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, moving on. Last Thursday, the day after we filmed our last podcast, there was a versus battle between Bone Thugs and Harmony and 3-6 Mafia, and a fucking fight broke out. a fucking fight broke out.
I'm surprised that doesn't happen more
often, right? I'm surprised we don't hear about it during every versus
You're
battle.
talking about somebody's mom's twat.
And these are,
I mean,
dude, these are like OGs of the game, right? Busy Bone felt very disrespected. He got on the mic, he cut the mic off, and he was blaming one of 3-6 Mafia affiliates for mocking him while on stage. He said, "I'm not going to have you ugly motherfuckers mock me while I'm on stage." And then they said, let's just say that they didn't have a good response, okay? And then Busy Bone decided to throw a water bottle a la Conor McGregor. And then, bam, a fight broke out. Here we go. And then they settled a few minutes later. Busy Bone came back out, apologized, said everything's fine. Let's just move on and get on with the show. Thank God that is the ending we had. And if you guys caught that versus, comment down below with who you think won that. I think the Bone Thugs got it for sure, though.
Drop it down there, guys. Yeah. You know, I was watching a video one time. This is probably 10 years ago, and it was a rap battle. It was a couple of white guys, and as a matter of fact, I think it was in Albuquerque.
Oh, no shit.
I'm almost positive.
Oh, that's so funny.
And it was these two dudes, and this one dude literally pissed himself on stage. You got to see this video. I'm almost positive it was in Albuquerque. And this dude literally, he said it in his bar that he was going to piss himself, and he ended up pissing himself.
Oh, it was planned?
It was on purpose.
What the fuck are you?
Yeah. Oh, you got to see this, man. It's classic.
All right. Wow. Holy shit.
I think I saw it on World's Dumbest, if I'm not mistaken. So.
Oh, that makes sense. That totally makes sense. Yeah. That definitely tracks. Before we get into the singles of the week and the album drop, one thing that you'd be interested in knowing, Dirty.
Before we do that, if you don't mind me bringing something up, and this might be a little bit touchy, but I don't care. Travis Scott.
Okay.
The Astro World stuff. I don't know if you planned on talking about that at all.
I was going to, and a lot of people got blowback for making videos about it. Because it was a real tragedy. And so I decided not to.
Well, you know what? We don't have to, I mean, we're not taking sides here.
Oh, no, nothing like that.
Real story at the same time.
Absolutely.
And it's a big story.
Right. We could definitely talk about it here. I just didn't want to make a separate thing about it. But
but I think that, first of all, I think it's very important to point out that Travis Scott is being sued. So he has to be very careful with his words.
Right.
Every word that he comes out of his mouth is going to be applied in court. So he's got to be very careful. With that said, I wish there was a little bit more sympathy and understanding for some of these fans. It's kind of hard to watch when we know some people died.
Right.
It's kind of hard to watch other people take a side that goes against people that are dead.
Right.
And for me, that's a problem,
Absolutely.
So I don't know how you feel about this, but that's just my personal take. I just wish there was a little bit more understanding and sympathy for these families that they lost their kids, man. Yeah, no shit. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. The way I feel about it is I think that we can blame Travis Scott heavily. Oh, no. Obviously. No, I'm not talking about where the responsibility falls. I'm not talking. Oh, no. I know you're not talking about. I'm opening up that conversation. Yeah, I'm saying, but I'm just talking about his response though toward some of the family. Victims, exactly. The victims. Right. I mean, like I said, I know, I understand that every word is going to be scrutinized, and I get that. And at no point can he publicly admit anything as far as responsibility goes, because if he
Right.
does that, his
fucked.
career is over.
Yeah, he's fucked.
He'll never dig himself out of that financial hole.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I just wish there was a little more empathy there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think a lot of people are taking really hard jabs at these families, man.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, the way that the artist conducts their shows says a lot about what happens at the shows. There's been so many videos.
100%.
There's so many videos that come out that is like, you know, obviously in reference to Travis Scott not doing enough, because there's a lot of videos coming out of artists in that same situation who stop it from happening.
Right.
I don't know if you guys
been to a show like that.
One went extremely viral with Eminem and Rest in Peace Proof in 2002. There was a video that they just resurfaced where fans started rushing the stage when they started rapping Yellow or Purple Pills, you know, so they started rushing the stage. M and Proof stopped the music and they said, we can't fucking continue and give you a show if you don't calm the fuck down and back the fuck up. Like, they weren't having it, you know what I mean? And then, you know, just showing other artists in that same situation that stop their music, wait, allow paramedics, allow people through, and don't start the show again while people are being fucking carried out and humming while dead body is being carried away. That is so morbid. What the fuck? It's so fucking morbid. It's the most disgusting thing I've seen. I don't want to look at those videos ever again.
We're not
for him to be standing up so high and humming while watching this.
Yeah.
I can't even describe anymore. It's fucking disgusting. I lose so much respect for that artist, and I'm just so fucking disgusted. That's it.
I've been to both situations. 1982, I'm dating myself. 1982, my very first concert, Rush, Toledo, Ohio, Toledo Sports Arena.
When you were just a baby.
I was a baby. I mean, I was literally junior high school, and I was up against the fence. They had a fence right before the stage. So in between the fence and the stage is where security was, all that. Well, as soon as they got in, I mean, I stood there all day. They were the third band to play, and I was just a kid, you know, hanging on for dear life, and I'm holding on to the top of the fence this entire time. So I'm so exhausted.
Yeah.
And I remember at one point, as soon as Rush came in, pardon the pun, there was a huge rush to the stage. And I remember the lead singer, Geddy Lee, looking down and seeing me. And I mean, my face was pinned against the chain link fence. The skin is I'm sure the skin's probably popping to the other side. And he literally looks at me and he goes, he's asking me if I'm okay.
Like mouthing,
and I'm going like this, and I'm trying, and then he stops the show. They hadn't even started.
Wow.
Well, they started playing, but they had only been like 30 seconds in.
Right.
Stops the show, and he said, we're not going to continue until everybody backs up. Somebody's getting crushed up here, and he was pointing right at me.
Oh
so
my!
It was really cool. It was kind of a cool moment, right?
Thank you. I love
you. I can die now. What's ironic is he is still probably my favorite musician ever. But anyway,
that is so amazing, bro.
It was, but at the same time,
that's a good example.
I don't know what would have happened to me.
Right.
I was naive enough just to stay there because I needed to see Geddy Lee, you know.
Right. Yeah.
And but at the same time, he and they didn't. It took them 5 minutes at least to get everybody to back up. And they were trying, all of these adults are trying to push me out of the way, and I'm hanging on to that fence.
You're like, I ain't going anywhere. Fuck all of you.
The next day, man, I had burns in
blisters,
my thing everything, man. It was wild. But but I've been in both situations. And I've been on a show. It was a Guns N' Roses and Skid Row. And it was nuts, and people were rushing the stage. They never shut it down. Nobody died, but there were so many people getting taken out by ambulance and rescue, and yeah, it can get ugly quick, and people don't realize that you can't breathe.
Yeah, so many fucking people claustrophobic. Yeah, you're in a sea of people, a sea of bodies. Yeah.
And I think at the Astroworld thing, I think they were on the ground for the most part, just getting stepped on,
stomped. Yeah.
Oh my god, man, can you imagine dying like that?
Yeah, I mean, people stepping on your neck and shit. Yeah, multiple people. It's fucking crazy.
Who are these people that did this?
Exactly, right? And just stepped over. Yeah, exactly.
What is wrong with you?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's human beings, man.
Yeah, every fucking Black Friday, a couple people died because of that shit, stampeding. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's fucking crazy.
I love Amazon.
Yeah, no shit. Uber, really,
Amazon.
Fucking yeah, I'm about
pharmacy deliveries, everything, man.
Everything. Bring it to me. Yeah. Fuck that. All right.
We went in today, brother.
Oh, fuck yeah. We have a few more things. All right. Tupac, the greatest. An 83 gigabyte hard drive containing unreleased Pac content like music, photos, videos, legal documents. One big note. It was resurfaced and it's going on auction. It was his bodyguard's hard drive, who also passed away. And it contains, again, unreleased music, videos, photos, and legal documents.
God.
One big note is that there's a 30-second clip that they allowed, to kind of show people something,
what
right?
Was in there?
Right. A 30-second clip of a song that was never released for forget what it was, a Mike Tyson, something for Mike Tyson, Let's Rumble.
Mastered and everything.
Oh my God, yeah. And it sounded so good. It was just unreleased content. Yeah. That they didn't end up using. It was a version that they didn't end up using for that song. A whole different version. Kind of like for Shady 15, he released a different version of his song.
Common.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's very common.
It's just like that. It was just a version that he didn't use. Right. And so they put that out as like a tease of a bunch of shit that's in there. Multiple bids has started out, the earliest at 10,000 there. It's going to sell easily for 600 to 1.2 million by the time the auction is over at the end of this week. Out. So you are out, buddy. You're out. Yeah. But what
I would give, and I'm just putting it out there in the universe.
Right.
Please listen. What I would give to be able to mix that.
Right. No shit.
Oh, come on. I'll do it for free. Whoever you are.
Hopefully within the next 4 or 5 years, we'll get some more Pac albums popping out here. And the lucky buyer of that hard drive would be the proud owner of those masters.
Could you? Oh my God, man!
Right? Like, what the fuck?
I can't.
You have masters of Pac that nobody has ever heard.
That would be like finding new masters of the Beatles.
Mm-hmm. No shit, yeah. Because
it really would.
How many Pac albums have come out posthumous?
Posthumous.
There you go. That one. How many of those albums have came out that is just recycled verses from all other songs that they're just putting on those beats
just
so many times? Right. But this golden treasure trove.
This is unheard
content, unseen photos.
God,
they released some photos they released some photos too. Photos of him with behind Mike Tyson, photos with him getting out of the car with Suge Knight, photos of him just a few days before passing. I mean, there's so many photos. I mean, there's just so much shit in there. From what I understand, there's also some video of music videos that were unreleased, or at least snippets of those music videos unreleased from songs on albums that we've heard before.
I just thought of something. I wonder if there's a way to take one of those videos and turn it into an NFT.
Right? Get in the NFT game. That Pac content. Oh my God. Can you imagine that dude that has that if he wanted to get into the NFT game?
That's what I'm saying.
God.
So, imagine they only make 10 of them.
Yeah. Oh my God. And you would be a proud owner of one of only 10 Pac photos, Pac audio. Like, wow, that's dope. That's fucking dope. So yeah, I thought I'd share that. Really
That's
interesting
awesome,
to
that
hear.
is sick.
Yeah,
that is so sick, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Album drops. One album drop that is notable. Polo G dropping Hall of Fame 2.0. It's a massive project. I've only listened to a few songs, but Polo G's fucking dope. It's pretty good so far. Singles of the week: Corday and Lil Wayne. Dirty. You have to hear this shit, and they have a visual for it. It's called Sinister.
Corday, Lil Wayne,
there you go. Corday featuring Lil Wayne, Sinister. I cannot wait for Corday's album. Corday, for the love of God. Is it going to be in the fourth quarter? Because, I mean, there's so many fucking good albums that's going to be coming out in the fourth quarter. I can't handle another one. Corday featuring Lil Wayne, Sinister. That's at the top of the singles of the week. And then Joyner Lucas hit us with another jam with Lil Durk called Rambo. I've been bumping that all morning. I fucking love that track. So heavy singles of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for me. That's going to be it for this guy.
It is.
So thank you guys so much for watching and supporting us on a week-to-week basis. Hopefully next week I will be bragging the fuck off about, wait, I think, you know what? Do we actually have all the picks the same? Do we picked every fight the same?
Yeah, we did, except for the
okay, so as soon as Dustin Poirier knocks Charles out in the second round, I'm going to be laughing my ass off because I beat him. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for watching.
Peace, guys.
Peace.